Female Link, the great feminist issue of our time. I think it was Gloria Steinem that once said, "Dude, like, why isn't Link a chick? He totally should be. I mean, come on." Wait, that was her? Hey, can we get this fact checked? Okay, it turns out it wasn't her. But it's irrelevant who first wanted Nintendo to officially create Linkle, because that person would fade into the crowd as the world gradually echoed her cries. Look, let me just say, I love the women.
Girls rule, women are funny, get over it.
I read Emma Goldman. I have watched season 1 of all these shows. I hope this guy gets assassinated. I'm down with equal pay. I'm prostitution. I love abortion. And I will do anything Jennifer Lawrence asks me to do. Just anything.
There's this thing.
Shh, say no more, Jenny. I'll do it. But in spite of it all, I don't think a female Link is warranted. The main reason, I believe, is that you cannot tell an artist what directions to take with their own work. Luigi's Mansion 3 should Kirby's gotta make the dimensional jump like all his other contemporaries.
Into NintenDopeman.
Grand Theft Auto
This
Tokyo
is the one
vision
about a rising
member of
grand
the
massive
story. Okay, maybe I'm not in a position to say that. And maybe there are times when the people profiting off you should heed some constructive criticism. But I don't think this is one of them. Even though Link is named after the fact that he is a metaphorical link between the player and the game, he's still an established character. This isn't Skyrim or The Sims or GTA Online or even Pokemon. I totally think we should get to play as a girl in the next GTA because that would be an original character. It wouldn't be Nikita Bellic.
Shouldn't we do our own thing? Why are we copying the guy?
I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start at the start. Forgive Nintendo for kicking off their most storied series on an 8-bit machine with an 8-bit story of an 8-bit princess in the 8-bit 80s. Forgive their Sleeping Beauty black sheep of a sequel. But don't tell me that the female presence hasn't been continually beefed up since Marin's touching backstory in Link's Awakening. This brings us, as always, to Ocarina of Time. First, Zelda was presented as a spunky young noble too humble for her own throne. Then, after going into hiding, she returned disguised as her badass alter ego Sheik, who was thought to be a man until she revealed her true identity. Now this may have been glaringly obvious to some, even as kids, but it was meant to be a twist, much like the surprise ending of the original Metroid. Both examples showcasing how gender isn't a qualifying variable in the human ability. Further down the timeline, was she not a kick-ass pirate captain in Wind Waker? Was Midna not the brassy, confident, mysterious heiress of Twilight? And all the other ones like Impa, the Oracles, and the flippin' Gerudo? How much more pro-woman does this series have to be? It's named after the lead female role. 3 goddesses made of gold created the f***ing universe.
I am a golden goddess, you idiot!
I'm guessing that most people who want a girl Link are girls, and I know the Zelda series has a huge female fan base, and I don't want to deprive any gamer of their dreams, but if what you want is to play as a female character in an installment of The Legend of Zelda, then the answer is not to give Link a sex change, it's to give Zelda her own game. That would be fucking sick. It could easily be the obscure sequel like Majora or Awakening. In fact, it could actually be the same game, but Zelda's side of the story, like how Resident Evil 2 is set up. I would play the hell out of that. And consider this, Link already is a woman, an admittedly deep-voiced woman, but as I said, Link is a vessel that you're supposed to fill with yourself.
That's what she said. Oh my god.
Even your name. If you really want, you can name him. You can name her fucking Tiffany and let the long blonde hair and earrings and green sundress whisk you away to a sacred realm where gender is just as ambiguous as your moral victories. Okay, now sure, you can suggest to the fellas over up at the Big N that during the infinitesimal slurry of reincarnation, the cycle of rebirth could mix up a couple chromosomes through the ages, and that some incarnations of Link could end up as female. Or they could even implement a fluid switch system that enables the choice to play a file as Link and Princess Zelda, or Linkle and Prince Zeldo, in a way that would not disrupt the plot. But also, you can't do that because it's the blood of the goddess, Hylia, that runs through each Zelda. Goddess. Blood.
Freshness and all that.
And just as well, Demise was explicitly a masculine entity the way Hylia was a feminine one. So if this is canonically irreversible, then every incarnation of Zelda must be a female and every Ganon a male. But Link, the spirit of the hero was never yet given a being of origin. Spirit of the hero doesn't have the explicit gender connotation as blood of the goddess or I don't know what he is, hate of the demon, I guess? Who stands beside Hylia and Demise to complete this triangle? Look, if they can find a canonical loophole, then that's cool. But only if they genuinely want to take that direction. They can't just pander and cave into every single Twitter campaign. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing right with it. There's no such thing as right and wrong.
Morality is a human construct.
I'm just saying, where does it end? What will you ask Nintendo to do next? Super Maria? Whoa! Foxy McCloud? I don't want that just as much as I don't want Samuel Aaron. I mean, Vanessa? Okay, I'm done. Okay, one more. Super Smash Sisters? Okay, now that actually sounds pretty sweet. No, actually, it doesn't sound so sweet. I don't want two segregated games. I just want more female fighters in Smash. It's more like Super Sausage Fest brother smashing over here. Why do we even have separate bathrooms?
I do one weird thing.
I have never played Tomb Raider wishing I could play as Larry Croft. I love playing as Lara. I love playing as female characters. And if they ever slapped a dick on any of them, I would get just as pissed off if they snipped off Link's Master Sword.
He was playing this Tomb Raider game where he was a girl.
That's what it sounds like. Why do I have to play Tomb Raider as a girl? Is the same shit as, oh my god, why do I have to play Zelda as a boy? I feel like I keep alternating between nice and mean, for it and against it. Just the fact that I think Bowsette is awesome and would totally main that ass in Mario Party totally contradicts everything I've said. The big reason behind all of this is female representation. Now, I don't know how many female game designers are out there. From what I hear, it's a pretty male-dominated industry. But I don't know if that's due to it being a boys' club or because women just aren't actively searching out careers in that field. Almost half of gamers are girls, but I don't know how many aspire to create them. So men, being the primary force of development for whatever reason, have the job of portraying women. And you know what? If the women in games were being pinned up as over-sexualized bimbos embodying every stereotype known to man, then I would say okay. Something must be done. Not female Link, but something. But you know what? Contrary to popular belief, I don't think women are being negatively represented en masse in video games. Dude, we got Lara Croft, Samus Aran, Tifa Lockhart, Aya Brea, Mona Sachs, Fiona Bellic, Paula, Regina, Jade, Shell, Alloy, Rain, Bayonetta, Jill and Claire, Marlon, Luca, Peach and Zelda, Heather and Alessa, and the fucking Fatal Frame chicks.
I'm pretty sure it's raining bitches.
We have gender customization in everything from AAA open worlds to simulators to fucking Pokemon. These are all cool, smart, powerful, independent broads. Yeah, some of them are sexualized to various degrees, but what the fuck do you want? You want zero sex appeal in video games? You want no sexual themes? What, you want Laura to wear fucking flannel and sweatpants? You want to play Bayonetta in a pantsuit? You want to just say fuck it and play as fat, ugly characters? I mean, look, there's objectification and then there's just being a prudy douchebag.
There are universal biological standards of beauty and attraction.
If you do want that, then there are plenty of games that will cater to your whims. But hey, personally, I like them sexy-ass video games. And I like playing as cool, badass, fucking educated broads and shit. And dudes too, I suppose. Fuck it. So I don't know. I don't know, ladies. I would be stoked if Zelda got her own game. I would not be angry if they did make a game with the whole male-female switch mechanic. What I don't want is their vision to be compromised and tainted by bad advice and external influences. I don't want their creative process to be interfered with. Like, I'm an atheist, but I would never have the nerve to ask them to tone down the God stuff in their creations, because that's what it all comes down to. Artists controlling their own work. Not everything is up for interpretation. These are established characters in established worlds. So that's it. My totally canonical, most go-girl possible opinion is this. Nintendo has a lot on their plate, but making Link a female isn't even on the table. Or maybe it is. Fuck it, I don't know. I imagine they want to do something with Linkle. Feminists of the internet, I await your cordial rebuttal.
Well, excuse me, princess.